Yo, Flexcast, we back with our next guest, man. Shout out Austin Daiquiri Factory. They came through, got us talking greasy, laughing off cue and shit. But real quick, we're going to introduce our next guest, man. Very important figure in the city. You might have seen him at Concrete Cowboy. You might have seen him DJing for the Spurs. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell the people what you do and where you from, man.
Yeah. So what's up? It's DJ DMoney. I'm from Louisiana. You know what I'm saying? Moved to Austin. I've been out here a long time, so I feel like, you know, for Austin people moving to the city. I moved out here in 2010, moved to Houston for a couple years, and then moved back in 2014 and shit. Ever since probably like 2015, I've been on the scene, you know. Started off small, but then shit just kind of took off, you know, over time. You know?
Hey, everybody clap it up for D-Money in the building, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate you coming through to talk with us. This is a real special time in the city, man. We had our first ever NBA games played in Austin this last month. D-Money has been a part of DJing for the Spurs organization here in Austin. I just want to get your take on it, man. What is this new, like, pro basketball energy feel like in Austin? You think we could have like a pro ball team here, man?
Yeah, so like a lot of people think like the Spurs gonna move here.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
I mean, I don't think so either, but you know what I'm saying? They trying to really push Austin because of all the Fortune 500 stuff going on and all the money in the city and all the people, you know, moving here. So it's like
it's a lot of money here.
A lot of money and a lot of fans that they can grab because San Antonio, you know,
it's not that far
they've
away.
had like super success, like legendary Hall of Fame players and shit like that, and then now that shit is like on the other side of it where they rebuilding. They trying to, you know, re-strategize how they get their fan base, because you're not saying they were struggling selling tickets because they got a very loyal fan base,
right?
But
it looks better when you're winning.
Yeah. And I mean, it's like they're saying that in a few years, like Austin and San Antonio are gonna be like a metro type of situation. So if that's gonna happen over the next 10 years, might as well just groom the city for the team type shit.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
I saw on your Instagram that you were there when the game was going on. What was the energy like, man? Tell us.
It was interesting,
for somebody
man.
who's never, because we never had NBA games in Austin. So for someone who's never been the one in Austin, tell them what the energy was like.
It was nice, man. It was nice to see like that type of energy in the city because it's a big college town, and a lot of people don't know that the Spurs have a G League team in Cedar Park. So like a lot of the players that play for the Spurs are always in Austin, like back and forth, because they play for the G League team. So I DJ all the G League games, and that was kind of like my way into doing Spurs events in Austin. So any watch parties or any Spurs, anything in Austin, 9 times out of 10, I'm probably DJing it. You know
That's bad, man.
That's lit.
Sure. Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
And you do a great job, man. We got a couple questions for you just about your DJ journey, man. I know a lot of people, when I talk to people about D-Money, because I first met you at Crew. That's the first place I met you.
Sure.
You know, I was emceeing and doing events there. You were DJing. And when DJs kill it, you know, if you DJ and you're whack, they don't really talk about you.
Nah.
But if you DJ and you kill it, everybody's like, oh, who was that? Who was that?
Every time.
And a lot of people don't know who D-Money is. Like, he's almost like Batman or some shit. Like they'd be like, oh, he killed it, but who was that? And so I was happy to have you up here, man. The people need to know about you, need to know about the motion you got going on. We got some questions for you. We're gonna run you through it.
Yeah. Let's do
Take it like that.
Let's do it.
Well, let's get started. You already told us a little bit about your success, but tell us how you got started and how did you know when you were good? How did you know you were that guy?
So, I mean, I always been doing music stuff. So before I was DJing in 2014, I was a producer.
Oh.
So I kind of had a lot of success locally in Louisiana, producing for like local artists and stuff like that. But I say local artists, it's like a lot of these people were like on the come up. So like, for example, like Kevin Gates or somebody before they were Kevin Gates.
Right.
He was like taking a taxi cab to my apartment to listen to beats. And
Right.
that type of deal. You know what I mean? So I had been around artists and that type of energy musically because I was in the band in high school and I would start producing after that. And, you know, it was just kind of a natural transition because when I stopped producing, I still had the music itch in my pops. You know, he always played music and ordered the CDs from Columbia House and 5 CDs coming to the crib.
So music was just in your family.
He playing music every day. You know, he's just a big jazz person, and so I just always was around music stuff, and even when I was producing. So then when I kind of not so much was in love with the producing stuff, I was around a lot of DJs because I was selling beats to DJs too, because that was the mixtape time. Where,
you was probably
you know what I'm saying?
You was probably cleaning up.
Cleaning up.
Oh, you was probably
money,
cleaning up. Yeah.
Cash money. So so that was mixtape time. So I worked with like a lot of like the Trill artists early on, and Hurricane Chris. I'm in that area. Yeah, I was
baby.
Okay. So like the DJs, I would pull up on them. You know what I'm saying? I'm selling them beats, so I'm watching them. And then actually the DJ, his name DJ Chill. He's from Louisiana, real big out there. And he was DJing for Trill, like Boosie, everybody. And he had like all this equipment, and I would go to his crib to sell beats. But I'm watching him make the mixtapes, making the Kevin Gates mixtapes, making the Lil Fat mixtape, making the Webby mixtape. I'm like, yo, this is, you know what I'm saying? This I might want to do this.
Yeah.
So when I got a turntable from him, and it was just like, yo, if you can figure out, it's broken, but if you can figure out how to fix it,
that's love.
So that's kind of how it started. You know
that's
what I mean?
love.
And that was it. After that, I bought the equipment myself, and then I just started doing it. You know what I mean? It's like taking that leap. That's the biggest part. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so you mentioned a lot of big names in Louisiana and New Orleans, man.
Yeah, for sure.
But I am curious, like, what are some of the other places you DJed that, like, you've had a blast? Some of, like, the favorite places or events that, like, DJing has took you to?
Man, DJing in San Antonio for a game.
Okay.
That was pretty dope. That was crazy.
Okay.
And I went to Southern. I went to HBCU. So
hey, shout out to Southern. Clap it up for the HBCUs, man.
For sure.
Produce a lot of talent.
Yeah. So I graduated from Southern, and when I was in school, I wasn't DJing. So it was like I ended up doing an event here in Austin with a Louisiana DJ named Super Mike, and that's when UT played LSU. So he's like a LSU DJ, and we just met. I didn't even know him when I was in Louisiana, but we met here in Austin. We DJ'd at I want to say Hanover's or Speakeasy or something.
You just took me back.
At a flash.
You just took me back.
For sure.
Hanover's, man.
Yeah. So and then when I met him there, it's like he was like, you know, always on my line or whatever. We talk, and he's like, yo, I'm doing a big event at the Bayou Classic, and that was pretty dope. So I ended up DJing in the Superdome. It was like all kind of shit.
Along for like 1 week. For 1 week,
yeah, it was dope. It was
like,
dope.
nah, you sound like you be having a ball, man.
Yeah, it's cool. So that was, I would say, the San Antonio event and Bayou Classic.
Bayou Classic is always
that was hard.
Every time.
Sure. Yeah, for sure.
All right, so you traveling, you doing a lot, you here, you there.
Yeah.
How do you balance being a DJ and being a father?
It's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough because it's like,
it don't look like it. To be honest,
Make it look
the little ones look real happy on your IG, man.
They are.
They
spoiled, and it's like, you know, having kids and doing this is kind of like, you know, it's like they just adapt. Their kids, they don't know, you know what I mean? And especially like with the pandemic and all that happening, it's like a big adjustment. But it kind of worked in my favor because I'm in IT. So with my job, I was in the office. So then when everything went remote, it was like I got all this free time. So it's like my kids are young enough where they're not in school yet, and my job is just at home. So I got time to spend with them during the day, all day. And they're starting school this year, so that might change a little bit, but you know, just got to adapt. So I kind of was fortunate to be at home with them all the time. And then when I go to DJ, it's like, boom.
Are either one of them like picking up turntable skills? Or?
Oh yeah. So I got one of them.
Like
one of them more interested for sure. He's like, as soon as he hear me, boom, he come run.
Okay.
He want to press the buttons. He just want to watch, and he'll just wait. You know what I'm saying? So
hey, DMoney.
You gotta get him a little small turntable. Like introduce it to him early.
I was gonna say, speaking as a former DJ's child, we turn out just fine. Music stays in your heart.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
For sure. He picked it up too. It's like, we bought him a piano like last Christmas or Christmas before last, and it's like he's always on the iPad, like, and I'll hear him humming and stuff like that. And then one day when we bought the piano, he just was straight playing the piano, dude. Like,
natural talent.
Absolutely, man. Sure. So like, where can, like, I know you're out and about everywhere, but like, where can people find you to keep up with events, keep up with like the news that DMoney has going on? Because I bump into you all the time, but maybe people who don't be in the mix like that want to know where you be doing your thing at. Tell them, man, where can they find you?
I do a lot of stuff. I DJ for Sneaker Politics.
Hey, shout out Koyo.
My guys, Koyo, we actually from the same city, so it's kind of like one of those natural, we from Louisiana, we link up type things, because I met him the day before he was moving here in Louisiana.
That's hard.
And yeah, so he's like, yo, I was buying my son some shoes, and he's like, yo, I'm moving to Austin tomorrow. So it's like, it was
too perfect.
Yeah, it was
too perfect.
Yeah, it was crazy.
It was too perfect.
But yeah, sneaker politics, Spurs events, G League, and NBA Spurs events in Austin. I do a couple hookah spots. I'm up north a lot. I do EXO nightclub. I do.
Shout out EXO. That's the new one, man.
I try that.
Shout out
about
EXO.
it.
Sure.
I want to
Sure.
try about
Yeah,
it.
yeah. I mean, I've DJ'd at the Daiquiri Factory.
Okay.
For sure. I was at Cajun multiple times in the weekend, and Crew Lounge, like you mentioned earlier.
I ain't gonna tell them where you be on Fridays because that's my private spot. I like to go there.
Oh my
I like to go there and chill.
Yeah,
But,
yeah, for sure.
he be in the mix, man.
For sure. Yeah, and I, man, a lot of big private events I've been doing. It's like, the thing about Austin is a lot of people don't know. It's like a lot of movers and shakers is in the city all day, every day. You know what I mean?
It's a
It's
lot of
like,
opportunity. You just got to get
I
out
mean,
there.
from the athletes to the rapper to the super billionaire businessman. You know what I mean? And I done ran into a couple of them, and it's like you
It's
can
time.
see it. Yeah.
It's time, dog.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a
This
whole
is our
lot of new
moment.
money in the
Yeah.
city, man. If you a DJ, if you a creative, this is the time. Austin is the place to be.
Yeah.
I run into creatives from all over the world in Austin.
Yeah, for sure.
DJs from LA that are like, yo, I gotta come to Austin.
Yeah, for
DJs
sure.
from New York is like, yo, I gotta come to Austin.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Like, my DMs is like industry folks, especially like during like South by and Afrotech and all these big festivals in the city. They like, yo, where it's at. You know
Bro,
what I'm
I
saying?
saw a
So,
picture of you with Leonard Fournette.
Yeah,
That's how I
yeah,
knew it was real.
yeah,
I was like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
so for
fresh
y'all,
off the Super Bowl.
Leonard,
Okay.
Leonard Fournette played in the last Super Bowl, and
Yeah,
yeah.
I seen a
Okay.
picture with him in the
All right,
Austin
Leonard.
club.
He was at
with-
Concrete. Yeah,
he was at
for
Concrete
sure.
Cowboy. I was like, oh yeah, the sections just went up.
We done had all kind of crazy stuff happen, bro. It's like crazy. It's like you never know. Like, even when I was at Crew,
Yeah,
I
man.
mean,
Crew about to open back up too.
yeah, for
Are
sure.
they?
Yeah,
Okay.
they about to open
Yeah.
back up.
Yeah, they got new management.
They got new management.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think the Houston guys taking over, so
Yeah,
they should open up by the summertime.
Sound like I might be outside this summer. Maybe.
yeah. That's where I met D-Money,
your
man.
last-
It's my last
Hot
hot girl
girl
summer.
summer.
No, it's
Yes.
not. We keep saying it's plenty of
Last
married
one, huh?
hot girls, man.
It's the last time y'all gonna see my biscuits out. So but enjoy it.
Going out with a bang. For sure. Yeah.
And that I do well.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
Hey, so
Y'all
look.
see me, y'all know.
Hey. So look,
Yeah.
I appreciate you coming through, D-Money,
for sure,
man.
man.
It was good for you to talk with us. Let the people know where they can find. Let the people know where they can find you.
Yeah.
We're gonna take a quick break. Get to our next guest. I'm kind of drunk if y'all can't tell, just a little bit.
I'm not yet.
Yeah, because
I'm over
I'm not a
here
drinker.
buzzing,
I'm really
okay?
not a
I'm working
drinker.
on it.
Like, and so it's hitting me a little bit. So we're gonna take a quick break, get to our next guest, and then we'll be right back.
sure.
Flexcast, don't go
Appreciate you.
nowhere.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.